Hello Gemini, I am Ulrich, I am a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do your classic Lenormand card readings. We have no preset goals. We don't have a certain topic. What we will do is we just follow the cards, and mostly if we follow the cards, a topic is very soon to come out, something that engages you for the moment, something that is on your mind, or something that is important for you in the month to come. So Gemini, here we go for your card reading for the month of May 2022. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your card reading for the month of May. Lenormand card readings. As your first card here, we see the heart. The heart is the card of charitability. Maybe we feel charitable at the moment. Maybe we are in love. Maybe we have our heart on the right place. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Anyway, it means that certain loves are in our life, or a love is at hand. This is what we are seeing here. If not so, it means that we are highly appreciated by others here. We give our heart in what we do here. We can give our heart in many forms here. Anyway, this is an optimistic card. We should be optimistic here. We should look out for the good things in life and people around us. This is what we are seeing here. If we have certain heartaches also, we could easily recover from these heartaches because we have the stars here. This is what we are seeing here. Or maybe we are longing for a certain love in our life. This is possible also. Anyway, we are in a very compassionate mood towards others here. We also, if you are in a period that you don't want to experience some certain emotions or feelings, you should not suppress these feelings. You should let these emotions come to you. We should experience also some vulnerability. I don't mean that you need to be vulnerable to everybody, but maybe to a certain group of people here, we could do so. We should also not be scared with the heart because we are more stronger. Then on the central card here, we have actually the card for Gemini. This card belongs to Gemini. It's the writer, the communicator, the person, or the card that brings us communication, that makes us move in a certain journey, in a certain project, in a certain direction. So if you are involved in that, it's possible, because here we have the card of the work. It's also possible that you are self-employed, because the house sometimes points to self-employment. Anyway, it means that your heart is up what you're doing, even though it's self-employed, or if you work for an employee. It points that we are the one putting things on the move in our private life, in our work life, or in our private life. Anyway, if we don't have certain goals in our life here for a work, for a job, we should implement certain goals here. We should start to work towards them. We should be more determined, maybe here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we should not broadcast. We should start with it. We should take a start in it, because you have very good cards here for work, for ambitions, for getting things on the move. These are very positive cards here that we are having here. So if you have waited for a long time for a job, maybe a job is coming to you. This is what we are seeing here. Or you should be more active in your job here. What is also possible here with this card in the middle, that if you start a certain project, you will receive help. Here, these are all positive cards here, yes cards, but there will be changes. There will be a lot of changes. If you have made a plan, there will be changes on the changes. But Gemini in general, they are flexible. So I'm sure you can handle these changes on these changes. Then we go in the corner cards. We're going to mirror the corner cards. We have the heart and the person card here. I put them both here because we have the person card and we do a general reading. Anyway, this points to a dear friend. This could be that we have a friend that is in abroad, or in another city, that we have a connection, because the mountain, it points to distance. So we could have a dear friend, somebody who's very close to us, but maybe this friend is in abroad. This is possible. We could admire the person, or the person could admire us. This is what we are seeing here. But we could literally have a crush on this person here. This is what we are seeing here. Mostly this person, or we, it points that we have a kind heart. We are also charitable, as we saw here earlier. This can also point to a new commitment that we are engaging with somebody of another city, or somebody of another country. The mountain often represents abroad. We could have met this person on the internet, because the mountain represents the internet. So this is possible also. Nowadays, a lot of people make acquaintance with other people, with lovers, with people they like on the internet, and it's possible that this person is in abroad here. but you yourself probably you perceive this person as desirable. This is what we are seeing here, and it's like slowly our heart get involved here. But maybe personal meetings are for certain reasons impossible for now. Maybe you cannot meet each other because this person is her, or maybe there's some sort of delay that you cannot meet this person, but you actually want to hear. This is what we are seeing here. You could really have romantic feelings here, be infatuated with this combination of cards here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we are going to mirror the bottom cards. We have the house and the fox and the house here. Here we see that if we are, this could be us as a renter. Maybe we are considering from renting something. For instance, if you want to start a business or you have a business, this could mean you at work. If we work in a certain area, it's possible on the front of our work that everything is not transparent, everything is not clear. The fox, sometimes it's a stealth card, it hides things. So it's possible that on the work front, not everything is clear here. It's possible that there are some people around you and you have the feeling they work in secrecy, they are not totally honest, they could even be dishonest, or some people might be selfish around you, and you could have the feeling here, you could think about it, how to proceed with this here. In another way, if we see this, this is also our home, the place where we live. If you live with other people, you could have suspicions about something for certain family members. It's also possible that we have suspicions towards the neighborhood or the people that we are close to. In a positive way, then, we see here that we work at home, we work where we live. This is what we are seeing here, as I mentioned earlier here with these cards. Anyway, it's possible if our family, they make certain troubles. It's possible here also that we are a little bit defensive against our family, that we go around the problem here. This is what we are seeing. A Gemini is a smart sign, so they have a very quick mind. And here we see that probably if there are some problems with the family, you would go around the problem. This is what we are seeing here. We could be a little bit defensive here if we are like urged or people want to motivate us to think in the group spirit, we could not be totally into that. It's possible that if certain people say a certain things and you need to have some group thinking, you don't want. You want to think for yourself. You don't want to be part of the group. This is what we are seeing here. And this could also apply to your family, that you take a certain distance from your family. This is what we are seeing here. For instance, if certain things are put upon you as an obligation from your work, it's possible that you take some distance. Now, there's a lot of people on the work floor that are obligated to take certain medications. As we know now, governments suppress the people. They put pressure on people for taking certain medications. You all know what I'm saying here. And it's possible that you are not up to that. It's possible that you don't want to jump in the water with the other. A lot of people refuse certain medications, and it's possible here that you are the one who's refusing here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. It's like you're very cautious here. This is what we are seeing here, and you think in a different way. And it's not necessarily bad, because we don't know the results, what is coming from all these things. And we also know that there are certain effects of these things that are not always positive. There's a lot online if you want more information about that, but we know. Anyway, then we're gonna go in the vertical lines here from the cards. Also, if you want another point of view about that, you can find a lot of information also on my Facebook page. You just go in the corner there. If you go to my main page where all my videos are collected, there you just click on the Facebook, and then you are connected with my Facebook page. And there you can find a lot of information about these things that I just mentioned. But then we go here in the vertical lines. As the first card here, we come back in the heart. We have the heart and the stars here. If we felt a little bit under the weather before, here we have easy recovery. If there were arguments with people here, we will forgive these people. We will release ourselves. If there was certain pains that we were confronted with, we will let this go. it's possible also that you want freedom. As I mentioned earlier, Gemini, they like their freedom. They in love and things like that, they are slow to connect. They want to see that they are absolutely sure that that they are in the right position. And also sometimes they are a little bit distant. They want to make sure they are a little bit playful before they go in love. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But it points here that that you could really fall in love here, that you are very idealistic about this person. Maybe this is the lover of your dreams. But with the stars, we need to sometimes be a little bit careful, because the stars, it's the sky, so it makes us sometimes our feet are no longer in the ground. We are so much in love that that we are no longer in touch with the ground here. It's like we are floating around here in a feeling of love. This is what we are seeing here. But it's a very good card for improving your situation. You could also feel more religious, more spiritual, because this is spiritual and a religious card, whatever that may mean for you here. You could come closer to your God or your spirituality, whatever applies on you here with this combination. Anyway, if you have been a long time withdrawn for certain love, you might come out more, but maybe you experienced something before, because we have the fox here, and the fox is a suspicious card. You will be very careful for engaging. So it's like here we investigate, foresee what is really in the basket. How is the personality of this person? And maybe with the fox, you should, because the fox on the love field, it's a card. It means that we could encounter a lover who is half-hearted. And so it means maybe this person has a reason for not totally commit to you. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe some things are still going on in his life. Maybe he or she is still processing a previous relationship, because the fox always points to half-heartedness in the relationship. If you would be married, you will feel also there is a certain half-heartedness in the relationship. Of course, this could be a temporary thing here that we are experiencing here. Sometimes also, coming back to these two cards here, here we see also sometimes with these cards, as I said, we don't keep our feet too much on the ground here. It's like we're floating a little bit around, and sometimes we see romance where none is possible, or the romance is not actually what we see, but we will have a great faith, a great trust. But with the fox, you should be careful. Go slowly here if there is a love developing here, because you could have too much faith in this future lover here. This is what we are seeing here with this. It's like a kind of idealization here with these cards. It's dangerous in that area. Then we have the stars and the fox. This is very good for professional life. This is as good as it gets for the professional life here. These are very positive cards here. The full intelligence of Gemini comes out here. We are smart, we are clever. We can operate in stealth mode here. This is what we are seeing here. There's a very good planning, because the fox is a planning card. So we plan here, we implement what we are planning here. Even though there could be some distance of the family, as I said earlier, there's still a kind of loyalty, but it doesn't mean that you're always close to them, but there's a loyalty here that we are seeing here. But for the job front, it's very good. We achieve our goals, and we have a lot of abilities here with this card. It means that you are very good, able to do what you're with your work. It's possible on your work that you are very literally that you are admired. You could be, as to say, a star employee. This is what we are seeing here, and you could be quite famous at your work. This is what we are seeing here. You could be like a celebrity on your work. If something goes wrong, people come to you for solving the problem. It's possible in another way that also we literally have a colleague or somebody around us who is quite famous in our job. Maybe this is a celebrity and he works also with us. Or we work with celebrity. This is possible also with this combination, but mostly it points to that we are very popular in the workplace. We have a good job. We like what we are doing. It's the job we dreamed of here. We could also be quite creative with this combination. The contracts that we are having mostly are quite solid. If we are independent, of course, with the fox, we always need to be careful for double check the fine print. If you sign certain contracts related to your business, double check the fine print. With the fox, always double check. We need to be careful. We need to literally read the fine print. And that is, of course, the thing to do if you sign any form of contract. If you are not aware of certain contracts, let somebody help you for finding out the fine print. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we could have also a certain conflict, how far we trust and how suspicious we need to be. There could be a kind of conflict here that we are seeing here with this combination, but you will have trust in yourself. Of course, this is what we are seeing here. You go to a higher version of yourself here with this combination of cards. Then we go in the second vertical line. We have the mountain, the rider, and the ring. The mountain and the rider, it tells us that probably we are going to take a trip. Sometimes this points to a trip in abroad. Maybe you're planning a trip in abroad. This could be possible. If not, it could be a trip to another city, but mostly this points to a short trip. And this could be a trip that is related to a relationship. Maybe you want to meet somebody in abroad, in another city, as I said, that you earlier met on the internet here. Maybe sometimes Gemini, they like a change of scenery. They like to move around, and maybe it's time here that you think, I'm going to take a trip here. I want some change of scenery. I want to get out of this status quo that I'm in here. This is what we are seeing here. Probably this will work out very well because you have the ring here, and the ring is the sign of balance, but probably you will be very good organized. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We could come in a mood like we are more want to drift around. We want to move around. It's possible if we go in abroad that we want to move around a lot. Gemini, they like to move around. This is what we are seeing here. Certain news that you are expecting could be later than expected, because sometimes the mountain tends to delay things. So if you expect certain news and you think maybe this will not pop up anymore, it might be, but it probably will be delayed. This is what we are seeing here. And certain news that you get could be a little bit difficult. This is what we are seeing here. It has an impact of you if you receive this news here. Anyway, if we have certain problems, we will be very active here in tackling these problems here. Also, if there are certain boundaries, maybe we will push these boundaries for moving them. If somebody would restrict you, possibly you will try to get more room. This is what we are seeing here, and you push these boundaries. In another way, it's possible also that if you have a relationship with somebody, that you experience that your partner or your relationship or your wife or your husband, they are quite, how to say this, they are quite intrusive, like they come on your private territory, and maybe that's why you feel less freedom. It's like the person around you might take up too much space, too much room. You don't have enough freedom here. This is possible with this combination of cards. Then we have the rider and the ring here. It's possible that you want to guide your relationship in a new direction. It doesn't mean necessarily that there is a breakup, but it's like you want to go in a different level. Maybe you want to go in a deeper level. Maybe you want to get an overview over how the relationship. Maybe you need more. The ring is about balance. So if this relationship is out of balance and you think it's going too much that way or that way for me, you will try to find balance. So if this is going, if the scales are tipped one way, you will try to restore the balance, because, and it's probably related to your freedom. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Anyway, we also need to, with this combination of cards here, we need air, because this is 2 times air. And here we see that we need to need some air for thinking. And in certain areas, maybe we will implement some changes. It's possible for some of you that they approach the relationship in another way, or that they move on from certain aspects in the relationship in a different direction. I don't say necessarily there's a breakup here, but there could be some changes here in this relationship. There's a progress for yourself if you guide it. This is what we are seeing here. And we are thinking, you might be thinking, am I willing to keep it like this? Do I have enough freedom? This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. For some people, if they are over taught it and they are comfortable where they are, it's possible in the future this leads to a more, maybe to an engagement, and for other people it might lead to a marriage. But there will be a period here of thinking, maybe this is in the months to come here. Don't be, sometimes here with this combination, we might be in a rush for commitment, or somebody might try to rush us in a certain relationship, and maybe we are not ready for it. And with the mountain, often we try to block it. As I said here, we come always here in the same aspects here with this combination, because you could be pushed for a certain relationship and maybe you're not ready for it. And if that is, then you will see that the changes are predictable. This is what we are seeing here. There are certain causes and there is action and reaction, and you will act in a certain way that is familiar for you. Then we have the man or the person card here, the crossroads and the house. The man and or the person card and the crossroad here, it tells us here there will be certain choices. It's like you decide, am I going back in that person's life or not? Or this person might be in a decision for coming back in your life or not. It's like we are on the crossroads. What am I going to do here, or what this person is going to do? They're thinking about it. Am I going left or am I going right? This is what we are seeing here. But it's possible that somebody comes back in your life here after that you have some time for yourself. Here we see also that there will be choices, personal choices included here. Mostly this combination here, these two cards, it points to many choices. It's like we made the decision, but as we go, we change our point of view and we decide again. Sometimes Gemini, they can be very flexible. And for some people, it might, if you have a partner and the partner is not so flexible, it might be difficult to understand that on the changes, you make changes again. For some people who have a more fixed mind, it might be difficult that your mind is working like that. In another way, it's possible that if you're not yet committed, if you're a single, for instance, that you have options about choices in partner. Maybe you didn't decide it, maybe you don't want to decide. And here we see that there is possibility of several partners here. This could be you, this could be a partner. As I said, we have the fox here. So mostly there's half-heartedness here. This is what we are seeing here. But it could point that also it points to a lot of friends here. Mostly Gemini, they have a lot of contacts. They have people they know everywhere. And here we see that we have a lot of friends here. But for maybe before we let people in our life, it's possible that we test certain rules. We test the foundation of the friend, because the house is the foundation. So before we let somebody in our life, or we decide, we want to be sure that this person is very good, grounded, founded. There is not too much trickiness here, and you will be suspicious with the fox here. This is what we are seeing, because in the beginning we could be in two minds, literally like Gemini. We could be in two minds here about these things. We could feel a little bit ambivalent, and we deliberate if we want this relationship or not. This is what we are seeing here. And it could be difficult because we could have made a certain plan, and as we make the plan, something in our life is changing and it impacts the decision that we have made before. So we need to adjust our path. So this is what we are seeing here. It's like we're not totally in control here. This is what we see here with this card. On the front of where you live, it's possible that you are thinking about making some choice, some changes. It's possible because we have the crossroads here and we have the house, and it's possible that we consider for a change of residence. We are planning something here, or we might plan something in our surrounding. What is also possible for some people is that they live in two places. Maybe you have a home in abroad or in another city, and a home in the place where you live. This points to more than one house or more than one residence where we can stay. So there are options here for living. Maybe we have another possibility for staying somewhere here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that if we have certain groups of friends, in certain groups of friends, we don't feel too comfortable, and we want to, there's a group of people maybe we belong that we felt very close to, but it's possible that you don't feel the connection anymore. And it's possible that you want to change in a different group of people that are more like-minded. A lot of us here, we want to find like-minded people who think in our way. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of parts. And it's possible that slowly, I don't see any abruptions here or suddenly stopping with friends, but it's possible that you go in another different directions, or you are more focused on friends that have another way of thinking, the way you think for now at the moment. Here we see also, if we have made a plan for if we have a business here, we have backup plans. So it's like we already know, and if something would go wrong in our business, we have plan B and plan C. So we have backup plans here. We are prepared here for making decisions and changing these decisions here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes it points also that it might be difficult for you for taking certain decisions. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But it might be possible that you are thinking about redirecting your business, or change of job is possible here also with this combination of cards. Maybe there is not enough balance in the work. This is what we are seeing here. But what we see here also, this is a person with a lot of talents. Maybe you did not discover all your talents yet, but mostly this points to a person who has a lot of talents. Mostly also it points that our surroundings are changing here. This is what we are seeing here. If our house is not changing, it's possible that some changes in our direct environment. Maybe there's a new road, maybe there's adjustments to the road, maybe we get new neighbors, maybe the neighbors build a new house. We get things like that here with this combination of cards here. Then here we also explore new possibilities here. We explore new goals in our life here. It's possible for the partner that we are very selective. Sometimes Gemini, they have a very analytic mind. And sometimes we could choose a partner for a certain reason. Maybe there is a certain specific, and you think to yourself, this partner that I'm going to choose in the future need to have specifically this. So this is possible also with this combination of parts. Or you do a lot of research before you engage. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible you and your family have a different way of thinking. So maybe your family, they cannot follow the way you think. And we saw the distance here before, and it's possible because your family, it's not there is no loyalty, there is, but it's possible that they cannot follow your thinking pattern. And sometimes if we have different thinking pattern or different interests, it leads to divergent paths. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's like sometimes this brings us in a gray zone. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But if you choose a house, here the house that we are choosing, it might be we choose, if we are planning a move, we might choose for a comfortable house, a house that has good roots, a house that is solid, and probably also a flexible location. So we are very fast to go here and there. It doesn't necessarily need to be in the city, but you have access easy to different roads. You are very flexible where you live there. It might be in a quiet area, but very fast, you're everywhere. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you have overthought this very well for taking this house specifically, or you thinking about that. Sometimes also it means that we stick to certain opinions that we have. We are unwilling to change here certain opinions that we are having here. But as I said, there could be, if you are not engaged, not intertwined with a partner, it could be that we are infatuated, and be careful with the fox here. But you could have offers of multiple partners. So if you choose to have so, you could. There's a lot of opportunities here for partners. So you can literally date a lot here with this combination of cards. What we also need to do here, I already told you, you have a backup plan, and B and C, you have several backup plans. But also what you need to do, even though you have plan B and C, we need to incalculate the unknown factor. So it means if something changes and plan B and plan C not work, that you need to see that you fall back on your feet. So this is, we incalculate the unknown factor. This is what we are seeing here. If everything is clear with relationships and you doubt for a long time, sometimes the cards asks us also here, what are you still overthinking? What are you doubting? There is a saying that goes, whenever there is doubt, there is no doubt. So here we need to reflect wisely. This is because there is a hesitation here. Then we're going to see if we can add something with the cross, the heart, the rider, and the house. The heart and the riser here, that's positive news that that you are seeing here. Sometimes we are seen as the knight in shining armor here, who brings the relief on the work. We already saw the popularity on the work floor here, that it points to a lot of offers here on the work. There could be a new love in your life, as I said here. If information comes to us, we will really like what comes to us. It could be delayed, but the information that comes to us will be solid, and you will like the information comes to you. It can also point to love letters. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. It's possible, if we engage in certain things with a partner, that we have the feeling that we are softening up, and it might make us scared, because we might be a little bit scared because we are feeling that we are softening up. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards here. We could literally have the feeling, and did this person now really push their way into my heart? You could have this feeling here with this combination of cards here. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the rider and the house. The rider and the house here, it means there's a lot of activity in the place where we live, where we work, in the surroundings where we live. Changes on changes. Literally, the roads can change, more roads can change, the construction of the roads. This is all what we are seeing here. It's like things are getting more harmonious, like they plant flowers and stuff like that. We could have this also with this combination. What we also have with this combination is that we visit somebody we like or love or are in love with in their home. This is what we are seeing here. Or they come to our house, and it will lead to changes if this is happening. This is what we are seeing here. Also, what we see with this card is that we are cleaning up our house. Maybe this person, our house is a little bit messy, and before we invite this person, we literally clean the place up. This is what we are seeing here. But mostly this points that a person visits us in our house here. Also, if we are waiting on a certain delivery, it means that the delivery will arrive soon. Anyway, there is a progress here in our life that makes us more comfortable. This is what we are seeing here. If you are not looking for a house, but you are overthinking it for moving, for changing location, it's possible that you don't need to do nothing. You start communicating with somebody, because Gemini, they have a lot of contact, and somebody says to you, this person or that person, or next my door, there is a house for rent, or in my street, and you don't even need to look for a house. It just comes to you. This is what we are seeing here. And the offer is you, or the offer is made to you by a friend or a family member. This is possible also with this combination. But we need to be careful also with this combination that these people are not too intrusive. So see that it don't compromise your privacy, because sometimes we see here that we are very private person, even though we are very communicative, but that these people don't invade our privacy here. We need to be a little bit here. There could be some disruptions, and we could feel less comfortable here with this combination. It's possible also, if you agree to do that in a kind of house or a rental contract, because this is the rental contract. These two, this is the contract and this is the house. You can see here, but you will do a very thorough check on the house here before you engage here. But sometimes also it means that you will set certain rules. You will not allow people to go further than a certain limit that you put. There will be rules, because the house is rules. And here, the ring, they are just rules. You will implement the rules. If people don't listen, you will say, I have told you like this, and that are the rules. I'm not going to repeat it, because this is what we agreed. And it's also best to put it in writing. So especially if you know these people, double check the contracts. As I said earlier, double check the fine print, double check what is in the contract. It's not because it's a family member and we trust, we don't need to check the contract. We need to double, because it's personal on us. This is what we are seeing here. But if this changes come and you implement the right rules, you will feel very comfortable. If the rules are clear for everybody, you will be very comfortable there in this area. That is not the point, but you will need to set very clear rules from the beginning. Then we see we need to can add some here with the other cross. The man the rider and the fox. Somebody helps us here. We already saw this here. Somebody is willing to help her, approaches us if we need help. Maybe with this moving, this person is willing to move us, or we are willing to help a friend who has undergoing some changes. This is possible also, that you are asked to help a friend who's undergoing some changes here. Something is changing here. You yourself also will undergo some changes. Something in your personality is changed. These changes could go quite fast here. This is what we are seeing here. You could be approached. And then we have the rider and the fox on itself. The rider and the fox, it's possible if you have your own business, it's possible that you have a change in your business. Certain things you might see in a different way. Maybe you approach them in a different way. We have learned something, and we know these lessons have learned us something, and it's possible that you go in a different direction for the work. For people who are employed, it's possible that a new job is possible. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe in another city, or for some, it might be in abroad. This is what we are seeing here. Be careful also, because the fox is a tricky card. It's very good for business, but also we need to be careful. If we receive information from certain people, double check it, because sometimes it means that the information that we are receiving might be disappointing, or there might be some deception. The news that we are receiving might not be 100% truthful. So be careful, double check everything here with this combination here, because also it could be the messenger who is not honest, but it could be the information. So double check everything here that you get. But in general, for work, it's a very good combination. This is what we are seeing here, but we need to be careful here for not being misled. This is what we are seeing here. There's a misleading, or there could be some scheming. Be careful here with this combination. If there was a deception, it's up to you. If and you come in deception or in dishonesty, it will be up to you if you want to continue with this here. But you probably will be naturally distrusting. This is what we are seeing. It will be normally with the fox, we are very cautious. If you are not, you should be. This is what we are seeing here. Don't let your heart speak, let your mind speak. This is what we are seeing here, especially with these with these cards. Anyway, there will be a lot of adaptation possibilities. As I said, Gemini, they are flexible, so we will be able to adjust to these changes. Also, there will be an accent on using things that are useful. If things are not useful or you cannot use them, you will probably let them go. So Gemini, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of all these changes that are about to appear for you. If you did, you might consider subscribing to my channel. If you are interested in financial card readings, I do also financial philosophical card readings. You can find them also on my channel. And of course, we do the spiritual card readings, and they are all three available. So the three together, you have then a better view what is to come for you. Anyway, thank you for watching, Gemini. Thank you for subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye-bye for now.